Thrill House, thank you for the $2 super chat on Brandon's
Ooh, I like
side.
this question. I was gonna ask you about this.
Yeah, thoughts on maybe getting Ramsey, Cup/Ramsey revenge.
All right, let's talk about this one for a second, Brendan, 'cause I think initially you might be against this. Let me make a bit of the case for this one, okay?
Okay. I'm not dead set against it, I'll say that. I just wanna know what it's gonna cost.
Okay. So, as I understand it with the cost on this one, you're going to be on the hook for about $8 million, and you'll have no real future money that you're necessarily set to on this, other than some option bonus, like $2.1 million. So he's got like $7 million option bonus and a $10 million base in 26 that you'd have him on the hook. So you essentially, that's going to put you at about 14, 15 million for 26 and about 8, 9 million for this year is the cost. You're going to probably be able to pull him back in for like fourth round pick, probably about the cost on this one to bring him back in. Now, still a really good cover man, had the worst tackling numbers of his career last year, but he's playing for Miami where careers go to die. So I don't know if we can necessarily say that he's not still effective. And this, look, Josh Jobe, or you can have this guy instead. You got the cap space, you got money to burn.
Yeah, that's the part of that that makes me wanna do it. I'm like, we have all this cap space that we went out of our way to create, and then we didn't use it on anything. And I know you can roll cap space over. I know somebody in the comments is gonna say that. Yes, I know you can roll cap space over, but we created that cap space for a reason, right? Like, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to restructure Big Cat. You didn't have to move money around on some of these other players. Like, this might be the best way to do it at this point. So I'm actually okay with it. I'm a little bit worried that he has reached the point of his career where he's not that good of a player anymore. I don't want to be the guy left holding the bag on him, but I think that I would do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand. And if there was some maybe if you're having to give him a new contract, Brendan, I'd be out on that completely and saying that there's just no way in hell I can go that route with it. But that you basically are going to get him on a pretty cheap deal at that point, and you can cut him at any time if he does have that cliff that he does drop off. That would have me do it. He was the 10th highest graded corner by PFF last year overall, and despite the missed tackled numbers, was still rated very well as a run defender. 85 run defending grade from the cornerback position, which is better than anything that we've had here, probably going back to like Richard Sherman. He would be at a pretty good upgrade on that. Here's the other part of this too, Brendan, is you prevent him from going to the Rams. The Rams are going to probably be the team to go grab this guy if you don't do it. I'd be completely up to it. This is the kind of cost. These are the kind of moves that you want to make where you're buying low on a guy and getting good talent back and not a lot of future risk and hard to see the downside on that kind of deal, in my opinion. Or even if it goes wrong, it's like, okay, well, you're out of fourth round pick and you cut him.
Yeah.
Too bad, so sad, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. In this draft, I'm thinking, like, who are the guys you're going to get in the fourth round? I mean, there are some guys that I like, but it's not stellar, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's potential there, but he's much more of a guy that's still actualization of what he is better than whatever you're getting in the fourth round, especially in the immediacy. On top of this, let's also acknowledge this is that bringing him in also gives you a little bit of insurance and a hedge for if the Woolen situation goes in a direction where Woolen balls out and you don't want to pay Woolen the money. Well, now you have a corner in house already as another starter, and you only have to fill one hole rather than two with Joe being on the final year of his deal.
Okay, I'm in on it. I'm in for it. I have said before that I think this team will live and die with their defense in 2025. I think they're building a really good defense, and if they want to
Lean,
add on a little bit more to it and maybe have even a top 5 unit, I think that's worth looking at.
lean into it, man.